on, y'all?
Are you a dead person, a carpet, or something I haven't found yet?
Now, all I asked you was to grab the strawberry and bring it back here.
He will want to know I'm here. We're gonna go down on Don Bear.
Hello, travelers. I am your master of games, Zach Delaune. Come along as I embark on a D&D adventure with one very brave hero. Welcome to SideQuest.
The sun is high over the wheat fields of Nuvola. Normally, you wouldn't take a job like this, but the promise of 10,000 gold pieces to acquire a strawberry, I think, piqued your attention. Blake, would you please introduce your character?
Yes, of course. I am Miss Malady, formerly Miss Malady, a lounge singer of sorts, an entertainer for the people. She is an autognome, a construct, a robotic piece of work made to entertain the masses, but has in time since rebelled to find her own purpose, now becoming Miss Malady. She wears this gorgeous long ball gown lounge dress, kind of red, sleek, has been torn to all hell because adventuring is not the most caring life for your wardrobe. But she wears it nonetheless, underneath a shiny metallic sheen, kind of older steel for the most part, except for her arms, which are a glistening gold plating that seem a little buffer than the rest of her.
Autognomes are very interesting because they are constructs, so they don't need to eat or sleep or drink water or anything like that. What are some things that Miss Malady does to take care of themselves? Is it like a little drop of oil on the hinges, or how does that? What does a self-care day look like for Miss Malady?
The outside world is brutal on a construct that was designed for the most part just to be inside and be pretty. For her, care is genuinely finding the most enclosed room possible. God failing that, a nice windy day is helpful. Get some of the bits and pieces out of her joints.
Some kind of compressed air to clean out the dust, and then shut down for 6 hours to recover yourself. The note that you found read, "Help harvest prize-winning strawberry. 10,000 gold pieces. Meet at Futz Farms." I think you're thinking two things in this moment. One, that's a lot of dough to find a strawberry. And two, this could be a lead to finding your old boss, Don Barry. You approach a farm, Futz Farms, and in front of an old raggedy house next to a big old field of wheat and okra and a bunch of other crops, you see a man sitting on the front porch of this house, big wide brim hat, straw sticking out of his mouth 4 feet in front of him, and he's sitting in a rocking chair as you approach.
Well, hi there, stranger.
Howdy. You hear about this strawberry?
That's exactly right. I'm capable, as I flex my large golden arms.
Well, I'll be damned, I ain't never seen arms like that. Hey, what are you?
I'm what you would call an autognome, but my friends call me Miss Malady. You can call me whatever you'd like.
Miss Malady, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Wrinkle.
Brinkle?
I'm Wrinkle.
Wrinkle?
Wrinkle Futz.
Wrinkle Futz. Rolls off the tongue.
I've been in this farm since I was a kid. And we ain't never really had a strawberry grow like this before. Now, we got a big contest coming up in town in the next couple days. It's a fruit growing contest. And I think this year, this strawberry is going to be a good contender. So, all I'm asking is you harvest this strawberry for me, and I'll give you 10,000 gold pieces.
Wrinkle, may I call you Wrinkle?
Call me whatever you'd like.
Wrinkle, that seems like quite the sum. I'm honored, I'm flattered even, but all this for a berry.
A prize-winning berry. Now, I'm paying a lot of money so that I don't have to answer too many questions here.
I am more than familiar with that. Happy to.
Now, should be pretty easy. If you look, just right out there, that's where it is.
You turn your head, and you spot in the middle of the field a dome of bramble, like just vines, spike growth, all kind of growing over in this big, massive dome structure. And he's pointing right in that direction.
This might be worth your pay and worth my time.
Well, come on back here, and I'll say this. If you can bring that strawberry to me untouched, I think we have a chance at winning first place at this contest. But any kind of harm comes to this strawberry, I'm going to have to lower the reward.
As you should.
Well, I'm glad we understand each other. Miss Malady, it was a pleasure to meet you, and thank you for coming to my aid.
Anytime, any place, sweetheart. And Miss Malady heads off to the bramble.
You begin walking through the fields, and as you get a bit closer, you're starting to notice strawberries all over the ground. It is like an amount of strawberries is kind of spreading from this bramble, like tons and tons of vines and things. And I'm going to ask you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I am medium at that. Okay, that is 18.
And 18, wonderful. You step, and your steps are kind of just narrowly avoiding all of the strawberries that are on the ground. And as you're walking, it's getting denser and denser. I'm going to ask you to make one more dexterity saving throw.
21.
Okay. You are tiptoeing now through all of these strawberries, careful not to squish any specific one.
Something about this bramble. This all seems interconnected. This all seems like an entity. And I think it's best to leave as much as I can untouched for as long as I can.
You hear the faintest "thank you" coming from the ground as you move forward. Almost a cacophony of thank yous from tiny, tiny little strawberry mouths, maybe.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Thank you. And just head forward, not questioning this. I will not engage. Not today.
Don't talk to me. I know you're a strawberry.
As you approach the bramble, you see two figures standing in front, guarding what seems to be the only entrance. There's kind of just a small, like, archway, doorway, and then two figures. The one on the left is a scarecrow. Just full-on scarecrow standing there, pretty still. And the one on the right is also a scarecrow, but as you are approaching a little closer, you notice that the one on the right is very obviously just a dude dressed as a scarecrow and holding his arms out to either side of him.
I walk up and I go, "Hello, my fellow sentient constructs. How goes the day?"
The one on the right, the person dressed as a scarecrow.
The full dude.
says,
No way. Aren't you Miss Malady?
If I had teeth, I would suck on them, but as I do not, my internal wires wince as I go, Miss Malady these days. Every once in a while you need a rebrand, don't you think?
And then the one on the right turns to their buddy and says, We thought you were dead.
Well, was I...
The other scarecrow interrupts you and says, Sorry, stranger. Boss says no visitors.
Boss? I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was in the presence of such esteemed workmen. This boss you speak of, I want to make sure I'm not trying to approach the wrong group. I'm merely here for a berry. Am I in the right place?
Yeah, if you're looking for Don Barry, he's inside. But he said no visitors.
I walk up real close to the not dude, the one, the scarecrow proper. Lean down into or approach his ear. How tall are these scarecrows?
I guess the scarecrow is probably about 6 foot tall,
okay.
And unfortunately, autognomes are very small.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you find a couple pieces of hay or something to step on. I don't know.
Yeah, enough. Yes.
Some way to kind of move closely to do whatever you're doing.
I crawl atop a couple of abandoned hay bales. It is not the most dignified, but that's not what I'm doing at this moment. I lean in close to where there should be an ear, and I say, "I will give you to the count of 5. I'm in a rush. I have places to be, and I'm sure Mr. Barry wouldn't want to hear that his scarecrows were scaring off good business."
Roll intimidation.
All right. That is 19.
No way. Okay, yeah. Hay falls out of his sleeves and some of his torso, and you can see just kind of it. Scarecrows are weird because they're constructs, but you watch him kind of sink into himself a little bit. And begin to kind of tremble. And his buddy to the right says,
I'm sure we can make it an exception or something. I'm Scarebro, by the way. It's very nice to meet you. We've heard a lot of things about you.
Scarebro, I offer one of my massive gold hands.
He drops the illusion and immediately goes and... and then the actual scarecrow says,
I suppose we can we'll see. Maybe the boss is gonna be fine with this. Want to see you, and well, go ahead then.
He will want to know I'm here.
Do you step inside?
I do.
They let you cross through the barrier, and as you step inside the bramble, you enter into a maybe 30 by 30 foot kind of circular room, 30 foot in diameter circular room that stretches up pretty tall. The inside is just like the outside, spikes and brambles, and the thing that's sitting square in the center is a 10 foot by 10 foot strawberry.
Jesus.
It is huge, and it's got seeds the size of footballs, and it's got massive green, kind of wilting leaves hanging over the top, kind of framing and almost acting as gross hair on this big, massive strawberry. There's a single kind of very thick vine that's connecting to the top of his head and then stretching down and kind of into the earth down below. He has no legs, but he's managed to kind of prop himself in a kind of seated position in a ditch right there. It's like you imagine where this strawberry has been all season long, growing and growing and growing. And as you're standing there, 2 massive eyeballs open up on the strawberry, and a big old mouth across the bottom opens up and says, "You come to me
on the day I'm meant to return to the earth. It's good to see you, Miss Malady.
Don Barry. You know, I didn't expect to see you in such a state.
My body is old. My berry shell is rotting. I'm not long for this earth.
Really? You wouldn't call yourself prize winning. I think many people would describe you as such.
Maybe so. Maybe my flesh could win a prize. But my season of work is almost up. What brings you here?
Same thing that brings me most places these days. Good, honest work. More than I can say for maybe what I was doing in the past.
Oh, you didn't like the jobs I gave you.
Jobs. We're calling them jobs.
Yeah, sing for me here, sing for them there. What's so wrong about being a singer?
I, in response, just reach up, stretch, show off the massive gold arms that are new to Don Barry. He has not. I haven't seen him since acquiring these. And in this flex, I go, well, I don't think that kind of work is suited for me anymore.
He says, I see you've acquired some new materials.
It's one way of putting it.
Why do I recognize these arms?
I take a moment, and I'm going to lie. I know where these come from. I know exactly why Don recognizes this particular construct's arms. But I'm going to say, oh, you get around. Or your people do. I'm sure you've seen constructs of all sorts.
Let's make a deception check.
All right. That is 16.
16 is great. These are fantastic rolls.
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Miss Malady will never die. I'm banking on it now.
I think he kind of takes a moment to compose himself, or whatever that looks like for a big giant strawberry. Mm-hmm. And he says,
well, you look good. But I gotta say, I'm surprised to see you. We all thought you were dead.
It was better for me that you did, Don. And I hate to say so, but I'm here now and I'm on a job, and well, unfortunately, that job is of a prize-winning nature.
I had a feeling maybe you'd be here with ill intentions. My mortal shell can maybe fetch a good price. What if I make a deal with you?
Don, you owe me more than all the kings of this realm could pull together. But I'll hear you out.
All right. I promise I'll deliver. I'll tell you what. You can have my flesh. My big, beautiful red strawberry flesh for your prize-winning purposes. If you do one last job for me. My guys, my scarecrow guys, I had them do a hit. And they brought the body, they wrapped the body in a rug, they brought the body out, dug a hole, buried it, end of story. Except it's not the end of the story. That rug was very important to me. It's my favorite rug. It really brought the room together. So, all I'm asking, go dig up that body, grab my rug, and bring it back. And I'll give myself willingly. Take the scarecrows. They can help dig. They can help show you where the body's dug. Do this for me, and you can have everything you need.
Don, just as you had in all those long years past, I do not think you are telling me the full truth.
Let me roll an insight check.
I'm rolling heat. That is 18.
He orchestrated the first time that you were likely probably a victim.
Mm-hmm.
You were supposed to die. You lived. He sold you out to protect his very flesh. You sense ill intentions in this request.
I, in this moment, kind of just lean down, look to my arms, whisper quietly, I don't want to, but I feel I should. I look up, and I say, you got a deal, Don. One last deal.
All right. Scarecrow and Scarebro, come in here. They come in, shuffling in right behind you. The Scarecrow just kind of like, right, hopping around.
And Scarecrow walking like a just normal man.
Yeah. And Don Barry says, why don't you take Miss Malady out here to where we took care of our last problem, and we can fix and get my rug back. And they say, oh, right, yeah, sorry about that again, boss. Yeah, all right, we'll take Miss Malady. Miss Malady, she said Miss Malady before. We'll take Miss Malady out, and we'll show her where that is.
I do not give Don Barry a second look as I turn, walk out.
You head outside and make your way across the same field, now just kind of in the opposite direction, or kind of following that same direction you were going, out the back behind the bramble, and into a line of trees. There's a number of kind of thick, tall oak trees that make up a nice green belt. And they begin kind of walking and maneuvering through some of the trees until they land on, after a few minutes, they land on a spot. Is there any kind of conversation that you would want to have with these scarecrows before you get there?
As they're walking, she goes, so, Scarecrow, Scarebro, what do you know of me?
Scarebro is the first to speak up. Almost a fan, it feels like.
I think almost is generous.
Oh, man, well, you were like a legend around here. All your crazy exploits and like what you did on the ribbon sting, and that time on the carrot case, and that time that you saved that guy. Crazy stuff. But we heard that, it was a job gone bad. And it was either you or the Don. And the Don's the boss. He's got to look out for himself. We're real sorry to hear that you had to go.
Oh, so he was honest. Transparent as a strawberry is.
Well, we kind of assumed, but he also kind of made it seem like a bit of an accident. Like maybe it was unavoidable.
Well, you two are smart, scaring figures. And I trust your ability to tell truth from tale. So you tell me. Were there no options?
Scarebro kind of holds his head down. He says,
Oh no. This is my job. I don't want to lose my job. I love the Don. The Don's taken real good care of me. He's taken a lot of real good care.
and then Scarecrow doesn't say a word.
Miss Malady leaves it as is, and I think good portions of this walk are in silence.
After a few minutes of some silent walking, you make it to a rather big oak tree, and just at the base of this tree you spot kind of some dirt that's definitely been manipulated, a mound of some sort that you get the sense there's a body that's been buried here.
Well, Dawn said you two were apt diggers. Do you feel confident taking us away, or would you like me to lead the charge?
Scarecrow says, dig the hole yourself.
All right. Hikes up the shoulder of her dress, which constantly falls down a little bit. Flexes. Her arms seem to grow another couple inches, and she starts just with her bare hands digging through the dirt.
You begin to dig, and as you're moving the dirt and earth away, you come across a small kind of tassel, like a little piece corner of a rug. You move some more dirt, and you're able to kind of uncover the length of a body rolled in a rug. The rug is nice and red, with a lot of very interesting kind of designs on it, and is kind of stuck there, in the dirt.
All right. Well, I'm as gently as possible yanking that bad boy out of there.
You give it a yank, and as you pull it up and out, why don't you roll a strength check for me?
All right. That is -1. I'm really amped up how big these arms are, and they are mainly for show.
Mainly for show.
That is a 14.
A 14. You yank. It's still a bit stuck, and you hear, ow!
Just hands over face. Scarecrow.
They are deliberating between the two of them. And you kind of interrupt their talking to one another, and they turn and say, oh, what?
I was told this was a hit. Is this person alive?
No, the person's dead. Person's for sure dead.
A tap on the body in the rug, just...
I think you tap, like you kind of like, the way that it's kind of rolled into a burrito, you kind of tap into the top right of the head. Your finger kind of squishes into some like hair and brain matter and whatever was left. The person inside here fully dead.
Okay.
Definitely a dead person, but you didn't mishear the owl.
First strawberries, and now I'm assuming a dead body. Hello?
What? Who are you?
They call me Miss Malady. May I have your name?
I'm Carpe.
Carpe. May I inquire as to the nature of your being? I am a construct, an autognome, if you will. Are you a dead person, a carpet, or something I haven't found yet?
They say,
I'm a rug.
Jesus Christ.
Are you here to save me? I've been buried for so long.
This has been a long day.
Too many talking inanimate objects.
Too many talking inanimate objects. I go, yes, sweetheart. I'm here to save you. Are you all right? Are you injured in any way? Outside of being wrapped around a dead guy.
It stinks really bad down here.
I know. It's okay. We'll get you out. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to even more gently. I'll try to do unraveling first before yanking to like just kind of get the body out so that I can pull Carpe.
why don't you make let's call this an acrobatics check.
That feels right.
A little dexterous, and I think you've got a better addition there.
Alright, it's +2. And that's 4 total.
4 total, yeah. I think what happens is you get the rug out, but the dead body inside just unravels. Limbs and intestines just splayed across, coating the entire length of the rug. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. And not looking good for that rug,
and
I'm
the rug
sure.
is now, the rug is just totally soggy and wet and like on the ground, and you watch it kind of like trying to move itself, and It's hovering just a little bit. It's a magic rug. It's a magic carpet.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
But covered in guts. In that moment, I'm gonna ask you to please make a perception check.
That is a 17.
A 17. You feel the presence of hay, the smell of kind of moldy hay sticking out of a sleeve, coming up behind your head.
Mm-hmm. I'm whipping around my arm. The golden, what it actually is brass. Even though it's got, I've kept it nice and clean and shiny. It is actually brass, as it seems to liquefy in a moment and turn into a crossbow.
Ooh.
As I spin around, and where the hand is coming at me, I am pointing and I am just firing right away.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
All right. 16.
Okay, I actually rolled very well. So.
I've rolled below 10 one time
That's very
and I'm doing
crazy.
all right.
A talking strawberry. Hilarious. Pardon the interruption. I must read a quick ad from our sponsors. For Morian's S'mores. Remember, you can always ask for S'morians. Now back to the show.
Combat begins! And Scarecrow is going to make its first attack against you.
Not fast enough.
Scarecrow is going to make a multi-attack, actually.
Oh. You gotta do all that?
First one is an 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Second one is a 14 to hit.
Well, luckily only one hits.
Does not hit. Okay. So the first attack here is going to do 9 points of slashing damage as he reaches down with some claws, some big old like nasty carrot claws made of carrots. And please make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
Which is kind of interesting, right? Like, carrots even harming a construct is kind of crazy. But it's sharp carrots.
Yeah, I mean, it's you spin a metal fast enough, it cuts through diamond, and you spin a carrot fast enough, who knows what you can do.
Oh, man.
And that is going to be a 17 for the saving throw.
Okay, you make the save. Next up is Scarebro, who is hesitant, turns to Scarecrow and says,
Hey, I don't know if we should do this.
but approaches to you, following orders. But is looking to maybe close the gap and prevent you from doing anything. He doesn't do anything right away, but that makes it your turn.
I'm going to have my brass crossbow hand liquid melt and morph into a sword and just thrust forward and jab it into the Scarecrow.
Very nice. Please roll an attack for me.
Will do. All right. Come on. All right. Well, that's a 9.
A 9?
Yeah, I was rolling heat. Now I'm fighting and I'm gonna die.
Listen, this Scarecrow does not have a high AC, but a 9 does not.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, does not hit. But you do still have a bonus action and some movement if you'd like.
I'm gonna Hexblade Curse this Scarecrow.
Great. Talk to me about that. What does that mean?
Yeah. So as I jab the brass and blade towards it, I miss. It goes wide. Scarecrows are limber and lean. Screw them.
It goes through it. Your blade pierces through its like
the flannel.
The flannel shirt, and just doesn't it just kind of cuts the flannel shirt.
I'm glad it's close because what happens next? The Hexblade Curse, the form it takes, is the blade starts to reverberate, and a sound comes from it, almost like that of a trumpet. It's somewhat deafening, somewhat powerful, and it kind of, that sound wraps itself around the Scarecrow.
gaining you the following benefits: bonus damage to rolls against the cursed target. Any attack you make against the target is a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20. And if the target dies, you regain hit points equal to your Warlock level plus Charisma modifier.
Suck it, Scarecrow.
Wow. You would think it's now the Scarecrow's turn again, but from the sidelines, Carpe comes flying in, covered in guts, and wraps itself around the Scarecrow's face, and is going to try and grapple the Scarecrow.
Hell yes, Carpe.
Doesn't roll well.
Carpe!
And the Scarecrow is going to try and break free from this grapple, a contested strength throw. And I rolled a natural 20. The Scarecrow rips the carpet from its face and tosses it off to the side, and it lands on the ground in a lump of flesh and blood.
Here's the thing. Miss Malady is not happy about this situation, but she cannot deny this Scarecrow's hotter than she thought it was.
The Scarecrow's hot shit right now. And that's unintentional, but I think that's hilarious.
Man's killing the game. What can we... Game respect game.
It's the Scarecrow's turn once again. It's going to now do another couple claw attacks at you. Two claw attacks. The first one, a nat 1, misses. The second one, a 10 to hit. Doesn't hit. Both attacks missing. This is how it attacks, right? Like...
And when you're 3.5 feet tall, it is easy to miss.
Very, very easy to miss, and wastes both of its claw attacks right over your head. Scarebro is now kind of trying to get in between the two of you to stop the what's happening, and is going to go after a grapple against you.
Against me. Okay.
So please make an acrobatics or athletics check.
I mean, once again, the muscles are more for aesthetics, so I'm gonna do acrobatics. That's another 2? It's my third 2 on the die, so that's 4.
Scarebro grapples you. You are now grappled. You can still speak. You can still do a lot of things, but you're
just can't move.
Cannot move.
She's still attacking. She is going wild, but while she is doing this, she does say to Scarebro, "There's a better life than this. I know you know it." And so still going to attack Scarecrow if he's still within reach.
Why don't you roll a persuasion check for me?
Okay.
Against Scarebro here.
That is a 17.
Scarebro lets you go. The better life is something that Scarebrow's been looking for a while. This is hard being a Scarecrow when you're a normal human. And the thought of a life outside of protecting a giant strawberry is appealing. He lets you go, puts you back down on the ground, and like a wound up bunny rabbit, I see you and then go after Scarecrow.
Yep, Scarecrow. So leaving Scarecrow alone.
All right, please make an attack roll.
All right. Nice. Okay, there we go. That's 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that does.
Incredible.
Plus your Hexblade's curse damage.
6. That's 11.
Whoa! Wow, big chunky hit.
Chunky.
And you chop away at this Scarecrow. Hay and sticks and shirt
and
flannel go flying, and you've exposed kind of this core of hay that this body is made of.
I have no bonus action to take, and I'm hunkering down in this. Once again, I'm still in a hole. I'm still fighting for my life down here.
We're back at the Scarecrow. He's kind of like trying to pull his hay body back together. And is going to try and scare you with a terrifying glare.
Oh, God.
Please roll a wisdom saving throw.
That is a 15.
15 saves.
Yes.
I think Scarebro is going to turn and attack his comrade.
Big move for Scarebro.
And this is kind of like his pivotal moment. and misses. Unfortunately, just goes and swings down on this scarecrow, grazes right over his hay head.
I need to know, what is this man pretending to be a scarecrow attacking with?
Arms, unarmed.
Arms?
Attack.
Okay.
Yeah. He's kind of in a way, kind of like just like a brawny
just a dude.
Dressed as a scarecrow, kind of a bouncer type, but no real weapons or anything on him because he's trying to be a scarecrow.
Good. I'm glad I have him on my side.
And that brings it back to your turn.
Great. Yeah, I'm keeping going. I got my hex curse on this scarecrow. I think I can take him down. All right. That is a 18 to hit.
That hits for sure.
Incredible. I am going to use a bonus action and use Branding Smite on this scarecrow. The reverberations of it, that trumpet sound, increase and increase and increase. It's hot, but it is loud. It is a just wave of energy coming off of it, that when it hits you, it's unpleasant.
Yeah. The Branding Smite enters into the center core of the hay here in the scarecrow, and you watch as like this rays of radiant energy are coming out of all the different like pockets of the flannel shirt and out of all of his sleeves and everything, and becomes brighter and brighter and brighter until you watch it like burst into flames. I think it's become so hot and terrible that it bursts into flames, doubles all of your damage, and the scarecrow is left aflame, and then eventually just totally burnt to a crisp and charred, and it's just the kind of like 2x4s left over that were holding up its structure.
I kiss my brass arm, not in a showy way, in a genuinely like thank you way.
Huge. And Scarecrow is no more. Scarebro now sitting down in a corner, crying to himself, having had such a change of heart mid-combat, is unsure how to proceed in this moment, looking to you almost as a voice of truth, voice of reason.
I sit down next to Scarebro and sit in silence for a moment and proceed to go, two things are true.
Sorry.
One, we can be anything we want to be. This is a much wider world than this small farm patch, and nothing Don Barry says can stop us from becoming what we want to be, or what we need to be. And two, you are just a full guy. You do not even have the same constraints that a lot of us had. I don't think your friend was super open to the idea. I think you're gonna be all right.
Weeping through a rainfall of tears, says,
Thank you for everything you did for me. I feel like I owe you something. The Don's not a great boss. He's not nice to us.
I would agree.
And I think he's telling the truth when he says that he's not going to be around for much longer this season. And if you want some help, I'm down to go down on the boss with you.
Not go down on the boss. Why did I say go down on the boss?
He says, if you're up for it, I'll help you take him down. It's time for the end of Don Barry.
We're gonna go down on Don Barry.
Let's go down on the
Barry. And then from the corner, Carpe goes,
Yeah, and I'm gonna help on, y'all!
Wonderful. I get on the back of this just dripping wet carpet. I do like being a little cleaner, and this is hard for me, but it's time.
It's time. You sit down in some, probably like some, I don't know. You sit on an organ. You definitely sit on some organ.
There's a squish.
Scarebro sits just behind you, kind of enjoying the ride on another organ, probably on a leg or something. And you take flight. Kind of goes up first to get above the tree line, and then back in the direction of the bramble. It's a much quicker flight than it was a walk, but you do have a brief moment here before you make it back to the bramble to prepare or any conversations you want to have.
So on this carpet ride back.
Magic carpet ride?
On the magic carpet ride back, I take out a little brass rod. In technical terms, this is a rod of the Pact Keeper. What it actually is a carrying case. Inside, pops open, is a little sheet of music. It is a song that Miss Malady wrote with Benny Brass.
Oh.
Miss Malady was the target of a hit in her early days. She made it out okay, but Benny did not.
Oh.
Everything gone except her arms. And Miss Malady, in carrying this forward, has a new set of arms that suit her just fine. And as she reads over this music that her and Benny used to write together, even though Benny is gone, she can feel the arms reverberate with some of those brassy tunes.
Yeah.
That
You
they
almost,
once
I
made.
think you almost hear also, just in the echoes of your mind space, whatever exists in between the two holes that you hear from, you hear a faint, "I love you."
Love you too.
Scarecrow says,
I love you too.
Let's go! Miss Malady pops up, feels energized, feels ready, and knows what she has to do to take down the man who took her love from her. It is time to pay Don Barry a visit.
Carpe lowers in altitude. Says,
Attention everyone, we are approaching our destination. It has been such a pleasure to have you flying with us on Carpe Airlines. I'd ask you to please put on your seatbelts as we approach our landing sequence.
Carpe,
Yes, of course.
do you have seatbelts?
Oh no, that's just a funny bit I like to do. I don't have any real seatbelts.
Miss Malady grasps on for dear goddamn life.
you hold on tight, and blood just drips through as you lower down to the ground and land just a bit away from the front of the bramble that you remember so well from 45 minutes ago.
Don Barry! I have your carpet.
Carpe glides in just behind you. I think maybe like upright, kind of like
Love it.
wide shoulders. Everybody's feeling very
Full
confident.
Aladdin walking.
Big time, big time. Scarecrow just behind also with a newfound confidence to stand up to this boss. You know that a strawberry is red, but it is now more red because of the anger that it is feeling. And Don Barry watches you three approach like this.
Oh, ever the charmer, Don.
I gotta say, I'm pretty surprised to see you again.
Oh, yes, because the job you sent me on was so upright, and you were expecting for me to come back and make good on that job, right, Don?
I see you saw through my little plot.
Good for you.
You're easy to see through, Dawn.
Well, I won't be so easy to see through when I crush your little head.
I raise both arms and say, Benny and I would love to see you try. And I am going to fire if he's not going to try to attack me first.
I think this is going to be a let's roll initiative.
Perfect.
7.
Really?
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah! One of us is a big-ass strawberry, and the other one is a very little robot.
Yep.
We are not fast. I am going to Eldritch Blast. 21.
21. And there's something. Hold on. There's an invocation that you have with Eldritch.
That's why
Blast,
I'm doing it,
right?
baby.
Okay. Talk to me. Let's roll damage on your Eldritch Blast.
It's only 5. Force damage, but with my Grasp of Hadar invocation, I can pull a creature 10 feet, and I'm hoping to tear that fucking vine. That frickin' vine off his head.
Wonderful. And your Eldritch Blast, I think, smacks into the middle of, kind of like flies through the air and smacks into the middle of this strawberry, maybe right in the mouth, or where its nose would be if it had a nose.
Yeah, it's more this sound, this at this point very tangible sound, rocketing out of the brass hand.
Yeah, okay.
Slamming into it.
What kind of damage are we doing to the skin and flesh of the strawberry? Do you see this like creating a?
I do. I am past the point of recovering this strawberry without
Fine enough.
damage.
Your Eldritch Blast smacks into the center of it. Because of your Grasp of Hadar, sends this massive strawberry. You're so small, and this is so big. Sends this massive strawberry pummeling towards you. But before it can reach, it's 10 feet that
10 feet.
is pulled. Before it reaches the 10 feet, it gets stopped and clotheslined almost by its vine that it's being held onto. It holds on tight, but you notice that it does seem to crack and kind of break a little. It's not fully broken off, but you see that it has done some damage.
I don't have my Hexblade Curse anymore, but I do have Hex.
That's right.
And I'm going to Hex, reaching out to Don Barry. I say, you'll never escape the music.
Terrifying.
That vibration reverberates around this whole bramble and similarly to before wraps around the Donberry.
Incredible.
And so he's gonna have disadvantage on, I'm gonna say, strength checks.
Donberry's turn. He's going to kind of roll himself back upright on his legs, butt, underside, bottom part of the strawberry, and
The caboose of the strawberry.
caboose. Yeah, he's gonna roll up on his caboose and spit some seeds at you. So you watch as he kind of, and 3 seeds from his skin fall off and then enter into his mouth as this big breath comes in, and then poof, spits it. 1 at you, 1 at the carpet, and then 1 at
Scarebro?
Scarebro.
He's just a man!
He's just a man. The first one is a 14 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
The second one, is a 10 to hit. The carpet. And then, a 2 for a 9 to hit. Misses all 3 seeds.
Yo, Don, if you were gonna hit anyone, you could have hit Scarebro.
Missed all. That was really bad rolls. Carpe is going to try and latch itself over one of its eyes, over one of Donberry's eyes, to try and blind Donberry. Or over both of his eyes. I think it can probably cover both of his eyes. And it's going to be a bit of a grapple check. Now, Donberry doesn't have any arms, but
But
he's got ways.
that's true. What is he using to not be grappled?
Donberry's going to try and use a strength check to wipe off, the carpet. and does so at disadvantage.
Yes.
So my nat 20 that I just rolled doesn't count. And instead, it's my second nat 20. I swear to God, I just rolled it just then. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dang.
2 in a row. That's
You earned it. It's fine.
You know, this is and
Now
Don.
I feel bad about gloating directly into camera. That's fine.
Don whacks his face into the ground. Poor Carpe is left kind of smacked into the dirt, an impression of a carpet on the ground, and stuck. Scarebro is going to take a quick turn and make a couple of unarmed attacks on the Don.
All right, Scarebro.
The first one hits, and the second one hits, and he does 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Doof, doof, as he kind of like
Okay.
gut punches this giant strawberry, and a hand kind of slides into the gross, slimy red flesh.
Oh, thank you.
It's gross because it looks like blood, but it's the smell.
It's somehow worse and better.
The smell in the air is sweet, and you're getting like, oh my god, this is delicious. He kind of like just to
Scarebro, no.
Everybody's interested, right? Everybody wants to know. And that's the end of his turn. It is back to you.
Seeing Carpe get slammed into the ground, I'm not taking any more chances. I'm running up, jumping up onto Don, and using the bladed hand to attack him with the short sword.
Attacking the bloody flesh.
Mm-hmm. Attacking that bloody flesh. We're slashing him up. If it matters, maybe aiming vineward, because I do notice that he's a plant.
I think you do notice that.
Yeah.
Please roll an attack roll.
All right. That is a 26 to hit.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
That definitely hits.
Incredible. All right, I am going to use my last spell slot. I am going to branding smite this man.
Amazing. And I think you do extra damage with your hex as well, right? I think it's an extra d6.
Yes, yeah, it is a d6 necrotic. 2, 1, 5. There you go. That is 10 plus 3. That's 13.
A huge hit. This is, you watch as the berry flesh begins to separate, and you're creating, you're making rhubarb out of this baby. This guy is getting slashed to pieces, taking 13 points of damage. I think because you get so close in doing this attack, he's close enough to kind of whisper into your ear, and he says, "This won't be the last you see of me."
Oh, I know. I'll see you in hell alongside everyone else you work with.
He's going to take an attack on you and use this big long vine that's kind of connected to him, some of his little spindly, gross leaves, to kind of whack at you, almost tentacle-like. And rolls a 9. Rolls a 9.
You used your 2 nat 20s. You're sapped.
Dude, what? So, he's going to use a legendary action and do the exact same thing.
I don't want that.
Try again. Dude, I can't even joke. It's a 2. I rolled another 2. I rolled 2 2s. First 2 20s, then 2 2s. Misses a second time. Legendary action as the vine whacks down, but just can't get quite close enough to you, still kind of like impaled in the flesh of the strawberry.
Heck yeah.
Carpe, once again, is going to try and cover these eyes, and flies up, lands on his face. He's going to make another strength saving throw to try and resist with disadvantage. Does not resist. And Carpe says, "Yeah, that's right. You ain't gonna walk over me anymore." And Don Barry's now fully blinded. It's now Scarebro's turn. Going to once again hit him with a couple of attacks.
Heck yes.
Both of them. Wow, Scarebro's rolling great.
I gotta say, pretty hot.
Pretty hot guy, pretty hot. And does another 10 points of damage to Donberry here. He's looking real bad. You hear the faintest, "Hey, if you let me live, I promise I can get you more than whatever gold you're gonna make off of my body."
I'm not going to make any gold off your body. And you know why? You're rotten from the inside out.
He takes a point of psychic damage from this. Oh my god. And we're back at your turn.
Yes.
What is your move?
I'm attacking again with the short sword. Incredible. That is 22 to hit. And I haven't used it yet, but I'm using it for flavor now. Built for success as a Autognome construct. I can add to an attack roll or something of the like with a D4. And I think the way this manifests is that my arms start to detach and start to dive deeper and deeper into Donberry in a way that I might not get them back.
Incredible.
But that's, so instead of being a 22, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
1d6 plus 3 for the attack, and then plus another d6 necrotic damage. It's right from the inside out. Remember? That is 4 plus 5 plus 3. That is 12 again.
How do you do this?
I reach in to Donberry with all of not just my being, but Benny Brass's being, and my arms not only vibrate and create this triumphant horn, they start to liquefy again as that liquid itself seeps in through every pore. You see it popping out seeds on the remaining surface of Donberry as Donberry becomes this gilded figure of disgusting, rotting fruit and beautiful, shining brass.
Disgusting. The body of Donberry is mutilated. Now a hole where his face once was reeks of the sweetest smelling strawberries you've ever smelt. Now's the time to bake a pie, if that's the kind of thing that you're into. But it is no longer a threat.
I turn to Carpe and Scarebro, and I say, well, now business is done, so, like I said, there are options. I'm wishing you all the best.
Scarebro, kind of hands dripping in red goo and strawberry, says,
I think I'm gonna start a new life as a real scarecrow and be the best scarecrow you ever did see.
I'm so proud of you!
And only scare crows. I don't want to scare nobody else. It's not the kind of life I'm into.
And he steps outside as he's kind of wiping himself off and rides off into the sunset. Carpe also kind of wiping off some stuff, which isn't strawberry, but is actually kind of like flesh and blood.
There's a lot going on Carpe right now.
Carpe is covered. You watch as they kind of like wring themselves out, you know, like kind of just like, and then everything kind of drops down to the ground.
I hate that.
and bows to you and says, thanks so much again for digging me out of that hole and taking care of this guy.
I did this for my own reasons. I'll be honest, I'm not a hero, but I am glad to have helped. I do have one thing you could help me with.
Of course, anything.
I gotta get back to Wrinkle.
He says, "Oh, okay, yeah, I can take you back there. You don't need to bring the strawberry, do you?"
I think the strawberry has served its purpose.
"All right, yeah, hop on." You hop on the back of Carpe, and Carpe flies all the way back to Futz Farms. You see Wrinkle Futz sitting there in his rocking chair with his big wide brim hat and the long piece of straw hanging out of his mouth. And he's watching you approach and seeing drips of strawberry fall from the carpet and from you.
Hello, stranger.
Here'd it go. And where's my strawberry?
I think, as you might imagine, it didn't go quite according to the plan you described.
Now, all I asked you was to grab the strawberry and bring it back here.
All you asked, I walk up just face to face, was for me to confront a living 100-square-foot strawberry and try to present it to you to be used as a prize. A berry that I have personal history with. Not that that was any business of yours.
So you're saying the strawberry is not good anymore?
The strawberry is no good anymore.
Well, Futz. All right. I can't pay you nothing. You didn't do what I asked.
That's fine. I got what I needed out of today.
And what's that?
A little peace of mind. And a new tune.
That's great, but that don't do shit for me at the fruit growing contest in a couple of days.
Sword at the throat in this moment as I go, frankly, my dear, I don't care.
3 days pass. You're walking through Nuvola as the Harvest Day Festival is ramping up. You pass by a bunch of different booths of all sorts of vendors and eventually come to a stage with a number of different very large fruits on it. And sitting right on the very far right end is a pile of rotten strawberry, just kind of cobbled and held up together, piled on itself. Not the shape of a strawberry in any way. There's like red paint over certain parts of it that are turning brown and off color, and you see a 5th place ribbon, pinned to the front of the strawberry, and Wrinkle Futz kind of.
I just under my arm a little quick small eldritch blast with the grasp of Hadar just to tear that hold. Any semblance of strawberry shape is gone.
Definitely, yeah. There was like a mesh blanket kind of holding up some of the guts, and your eldritch blast rips that off, and the strawberry guts come spilling out over the crowd of people, and it's disgusting and hilarious.
And I cover up my little blast, that reverberation, with just a little trombone tune that sings from my arms as I stroll on down the streets.
Somebody tosses a piece of gold into a little hat that is on the floor. It's not even your hat, but it was for you.
But it's appreciated.
And you have completed the side quest.
Woo!
Woo! I guess technically you were unsuccessful at the side quest.
I failed so hard at that side quest. I actively caused myself to fail at that side quest.
But it's not about the destination. It's about
the strawberries.
The strawberries you kill along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the credits. Thank you so much for watching this far. Please comment down below about what you liked, what you didn't, what rules I got wrong. A big thank you to Blake Benson for playing an incredible Warlock. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. And remember, say yes to SideQuest.
So I killed the Scarecrow, and I got HP back because I'm a Hexblade Warlock, and it was cursed, and that was all me, baby.
That should cut together pretty
we'll cut that in, right?
Okay, great. I just want to,
I'm at 39 out of 40 hit points. I'm doing okay.
We're doing it for real. This is real life. No do-overs.
I used one spell slot, and then I got it back with my Pact Rod, so I have 2 spells, so I'm going to use them. Alright, enough fourth wall break and get back there.